For those of you who might have nostalgic VHS memories. Hi everyone, Hugh Jones here, aka Fox Control, and thanks for popping by my home studio again. And today we have a real treat. So special that I actually had to sign a confidentiality form so I wouldn't tell anyone about this guitar before it was released. So this is Boss's new synth guitar, the EURUS. I've got to say straight out of the bag that this instrument is the first time I feel like synth guitar has really come into its own as a really expressive musical instrument. This is incredible. I've been mucking around with MIDI guitars and synth guitars for about a little over 10 years, as you can see here. And you can also see here. And here. But the whole time while I was messing around with these MIDI guitars and synth guitars, they were always not quite right. Whether it was the latency or I would have to adjust my playing in funny ways to get the tracking right. And while it was fun mucking around with some really wild tones that you could trigger from your guitar, it still got a bit laborious and it took a lot of the fun and expressiveness out of music making. I'm getting none of that with this guitar. This guitar is absolutely amazing. It's so sensitive, in fact, that it picks up your vibrato, and it's really incredible actually. This guitar comes loaded with a tremolo bridge, and that would normally freak out a synth guitar, but have a listen to this. For those of you who might have nostalgic VHS memories. This guitar looks quite simple, and that's really beautiful, especially as a synth guitar. Normally MIDI guitars and synth guitars have an extra pickup or big chunky hardware and computer looking things, and it really is quite horrible looking, quite ugly and mechanical. Where here we've got this beautiful Strat body. It's got the black on it, which marks pretty easily. The guitar comes loaded with these humbuckers, and they're really quiet and a really beautiful pickup. But it's also got this 5-way switch, so it's not just the humbucker tones, you've also got some out of phase and some single coil sounds as well. The neck has this lovely dark rosewood fretboard on it and quite narrow and high frets, so great for intonation, and you should get a long life out of them. And 24 frets for those shredders out there. The guitar also comes loaded with these Goto lock-in tuner machine heads, and that's a really nice touch. Like, that's not a corner cut by any means, and what that actually means is hopefully that your tuning will be a little bit more stable, and if you need to do any on-stage string changes, that'll be really fast for you as well. So this switch here lets you select between the synth sound and the guitar pickup sound. There are 2 output jacks on the guitar body, and that's really cool because you can either run both your synth and your guitar sound straight out of one jack and switch between the two, or you could have your synth sound running separately to another signal chain and being processed differently, and your guitar running out to another signal chain, and you can blend the two that way. So I think that's really versatile and really usable. These 4 dials here, the first one is a master volume for your guitar and your synth. This is a tone control for the pickups. This one here is an expression control for the synth, so it might be a filter or an attack time, something like that. And then this bottom dial here, this is a stepped pot, and then that lets you select between 6 synth sounds that you've got stored on the guitar. Really, it's unlimited how many sounds you could put on this guitar. If you've got the Boss app, you can create your own synth patches and then Bluetooth send them across to the guitar and store them that way. So it's really quite incredible. So the sounds that came on this guitar, you've got this beautiful pad sound. Then after that, it's that classic organ. Then after that, you've got this beautiful lead sound. It's like that Philly funk sort of Juno horn vibe. Prince fans will be happy with that. From there, you've got this beautiful growler bass sound, and just listen to how expressive this is as I start to dig in a little bit more. Really cool. After that, it's like this really nice FM digital flute sound. And then finally, coming on the guitar is this awesome like fusion lead kind of vibe. And listen to how sensitive that is. That's actually picking up the vibrato. Awesome. Actually, one really cool thing that you can do on this that you can't do it on a regular keyboard is to hold one note and bend another note away from it. On a keyboard, you would either have to pitch bend the whole chord, or maybe you could detune something. But really, awesome. That's that bag of cats kind of sound. Or you can get a really nice moany sort of tone. I just think that's so cool and so expressive. I hope you're noticing like how well that this thing's actually tracking. It's just incredible. I just love that, and I think it's so neat and tidy that I could just rock up at a gig or a session with just this guitar and a lead and my app, my phone, so I can do whatever sound design I need to do. And you know, maybe someone just needs an organ player for an afternoon. On the back, you can see the trem springs here. The guitar also runs on 4 AA batteries, which is really neat too, because it means that you don't have to worry about forgetting to charge your instrument before a gig or a session or something like that. I just tuned using the synth sound. It's amazing. I wonder if it could do harmonics. Wow, the tracking is so good on this guitar that it's picking up my harmonics. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at Boss's brand new synth guitar, the EURUS. And look, I think this is the first time that I've seen synth guitars become this expressive and this legitimate. This is so musical, and I think this is really exciting. It's a big game changer. I also forgot to mention that this is Boss's new wireless expression pedal, the EV1WL, and what you can actually also do is connect via Bluetooth to the guitar. So again, no leads required, And you can then assign filters or attack times, etc. to the pedal, so you can do hands-free envelope control or hands-free expression control for your synth sounds on the guitar. That's just so neat as a little package. Incredible. You can check out more information on the Boss Eurus synthesizer guitar at the Muso's Corner website. That's www.musoscorner.com.au, or head straight over to the Boss website. Thanks for popping in again. I really hope you see how amazing this instrument is and how amazing the R&D has been at Boss to get this happening. And like always, happy music making.